So last week there was a nice big event down in Las Vegas for Midway.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Showing off. Yeah, you're looking at me all confused, like, what?
It's like, there's a big event?
What happened?
Did we not get...
No, we went.
We went. No,
maybe that's telling.
Parts of it I just don't remember. That's more the problem.
That's for the best.
Yeah, there's about an 8-hour period that maybe I slept, maybe I didn't. I don't really know.
But we were down there, all of us. Brad, you were there as well.
Too,
yep. We were there checking out Midway's new stuff. They gave a big presentation during which professional wrestlers came up on stage and said stuff.
Yeah. Small professional wrestlers. Those TNA guys are not what I expect out of a professional wrestler. I mean,
they're shorter, yeah.
They're built, but they're not like the crazy roided out beefcake Hulk Hogan kind of guys.
Yeah, and as a result, like they can do more in the ring because they're not just like Kevin Nash is in TNA now,
really,
and his knees are just so shot that all he does is just kind of stand there and look sort of menacing and old. So it's like they have all these new dudes that can flip out and go nuts.
No Ultimate X for Kevin Nash.
Yeah, I don't think that dude could hang from no way.
One of my favorite things during that part of the presentation was when the guy started kind of calling out and making jokes about the guys at Midway.
Yeah, Samoa Joe came out and basically acted like a comic, like a stand-up comic doing a corporate gig. Like you could almost see him like halfway looking at a card or something almost, and Mark Turmel. A vicious SOB. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I liked that. And they showed off a ton of games. I guess let's talk about the most significant right off the bat.
Game Party 2.
But that was not the only game being shown off. In fact, there were games that we could play there at this Midway event.
Right.
Let's go around the table. Jeff, what did you play? What did you like?
I played TNA Impact.
Yeah,
and liked that quite a bit. Like it's of course a wrestling game, but like the first thing you notice when you get it in your hands is how much faster it is than wrestling games have been for a very long time.
Right. Which again, it seems like wrestling games beholden to a legacy.
Yeah,
for control
definitely. Like just
stuff.
kind of this plodding pace of momentum shifts and reversals and finishers and all that stuff. And TNA Impact still has all that stuff, but it seems like it's carried out in a more elegant fashion.
Yeah.
You have like a punch button, kick button, a grapple button, and then like an action button for doing stuff like getting up on turnbuckles and running out of the ring and all that stuff. Like it has a pretty good counter system that seems really easy to use. But yeah, like the most important thing is that it looks really nice and that it moves really quickly. And I think that's enough. That's right there is enough to be a pretty dramatic shift from what THQ's been doing.
It's also a little more hillbilly than the WWE.
Sold.
I think just kind of like it's not quite backyard wrestling, but it definitely just the TNA vibe is a little more homegrown, I think, than what you get from the WWE.
I mean, I honestly could not care less about wrestling, but is it more physical? Is it more kind of like not so theatrical like WWE? I mean, that's kind of the quick impression I got.
Kind of. It's really just more about. I don't know. It's a little less theatrical, I guess, but at the same time, like it is about these kind of guys that are a little bit smaller, faster, and able to do cooler stuff. Like it is a little more acrobatic, I guess.
With that Ultimate X challenge thing,
right? And like that's basically a ladder match without the ladders. You got to climb up on these ropes that are above the ring and shimmy out there and grab this big, goofy-looking X to win the match.
I would love to see half of the WWE wrestlers try and do that. Like actually try and perform that, and these guys are doing that while kicking at each other and falling off and all this crazy business.
Yeah, it's like I think the problems with TNA is that the writing of like their storyline stuff is a little bad at times. But the in-ring stuff, which is really what is properly duplicated in a video game, is better, I think. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see kind of if that provides some real competition for THQ and kind of what they do in response to that and what happens from here.
So you saw the TNA.
But yeah, Midway had some other stuff. They had TNA Impact, which I played for a bit and played that back in Vegas, and it seems like they're really cleaning that up. I really think that game is going to be a solid wrestling game. Like I think people that like wrestling games will enjoy that game. It's different. It's very different from SmackDown in that it is fast and the controls are responsive. That's okay. And then I've been playing TNA Impact.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, that's shipping today.
Speaking of Japanese RPGs.
TNA Impact is out. And
from Midway.
Yeah, and now that's a game where everything is spoken. Just say it.
For better or worse.
It's 4-hour story mode or however long it's being. Full voice.
All these wrestlers.
From the wrestlers themselves. So that's... it's been a very long time since there's been any like legitimate competition, both in actual wrestling and in wrestling video games. And it's kind of interesting to see like a different take on wrestling than what THQ's been doing for the past decade or however long they've been putting SmackDown out.
Are you seeing anything in there that would challenge THQ? I mean, do you think they're going to have to step up their game now because of this, or what?
I have basically found myself completely unable to play any of the SmackDown games for a very long time because of the way they play. And I'm actually really liking TNA Impact. It's a much faster game. The controls just make a lot of sense. There's still some really janky stuff in there that, again, it's like just like with Infinite and Discovery, you can chalk it up to genre conventions. It's like as a guy is changing state, as he's going from being on the ground to getting up from the ground, he is totally invincible. And the game is not really great at conveying to you when someone can be hit and when they cannot be hit. You eventually get a feel for it. I think probably my biggest problem with TNA so far is that it's very, very counter-focused, and it's the right bumper that you need to hit like in a very specific window to counter moves. And that window is very, very tight. So it's like you're always like one hand on that button, like waiting, because if they reverse your move, you can reverse that reversal. And, you know, it's just very hard to train yourself to be ready to hit that button at any time. So that's been probably my biggest problem with it so far. But... so far, enjoying it. Like I think it's definitely refreshing to see something different.
Do you think that TNA, as like the organization, actually poses a threat to the WWE?
You know, I feel like maybe they did earlier in the year. I don't know. Like I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately because like TV sucks, so I might as well just own up to that and watch the worst TV I can. Like when TNA is really good, like it's because the wrestling is really good. Like they have some wrestlers that are not like that you haven't really seen before, like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and these type of dudes that are interesting to watch wrestle. But then they're like bogging down their roster by taking like anyone who leaves WWE. It's like Perc Angle is over there. He just sucks. Like he's just not fun to watch anymore. And you know, you give him a microphone, it's like guaranteed boring every time. And that's probably their biggest problem, is that their television show is boring as hell because the writing is awful. Like the stuff they're setting up between the wrestlers, like the reasons they give the wrestlers for fighting each other and all this stuff are just like, it's really bad. I mean, granted, wrestling standards are already pretty low, like soap opera low.
So that's why Freddie Prinze Jr. coming in and going to mix it up some.
Right, yeah. But TNA, like especially lately, just like watching it has been downright painful because it's a bunch of guys that you can tell did not take any acting lessons, trying to play out these really dumb ass storylines and trying to sell you on it, and it's just embarrassing.
Does the game reflect that?
No, it doesn't. It's not yet anyway. I don't know. Like it actually has like a pretty good storyline, like better than most wrestling storylines. It's like you start out as this dude named Suicide, who's not a real TNA wrestler. And you win the belt, but then this tag team, LAX, comes up and says you got to throw the match before your match to win the belt. They say you need to throw the match and not win the belt, but then you do. So LAX jumps you and leaves you for dead in Tijuana, and then you go through plastic surgery, which is how they justify the creator wrestler stuff. But you also have amnesia, so you don't know that you were Suicide of TNA fame or anything like that. So you just start this long road back to pretty short road actually. I'm about a quarter of the way through the story and I'm already back in TNA. But still, I'm like a different looking dude and have no idea who I am. So
yeah, just like a Japanese RPG.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a reluctant wrestler, spiky hair if you so desire.
Amnesia.
Yeah.
Mysterious origins.
Yeah, exactly.
And you chain the moon.
Yeah, that's you're sure.
You suplex the moon.
Yeah, you suplex the moon.
Irish whip on the moon.
Yeah,
Tombstone.
So yeah, that game is cool because it is different, and I think that like people that are like big fans of TNA will probably really like it. But I mean, if you have no interest in TNA as it is, like if you're way into WWE, it doesn't have the wrestlers you care about, so it's like putting out an unlicensed football game. I think where it's like no one's gonna probably pay it too much mind.
But better pacing overall as far as because that's the thing
Totally.
about wrestling
Like
games.
I think when it comes to gameplay, and granted, this is coming from someone who has not enjoyed SmackDown, so I think if someone really likes SmackDown, I don't know what they'll think of this game, but I think it's like worlds more entertaining.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So review of that in the near future?
Yeah, review that in the works.
Let's just move on.
Yeah, so I played
that.
Rock Band 2, Samurai Showdown 2, played a lot of that, or not as much of that as I would like, but played a fair amount of that. And that's awesome.
Very good. You play anything else about it?
TNA Impact.
That's right, you played that.
Yeah.
You're going to keep playing that?
I don't know. No, probably not. You're shaking your head no at me.
shaking my head
so,
no.
Yeah, I think you know better than I do at this point. Like, I tell myself, like, I should really play a little more of that. But, no, yeah, that game is unfortunately saddled with a lot of unfortunate issues that are unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very good.
Like, it could have been like a really great alternative wrestling game if they'd done a few things to it, I think. But
do you think there stands a chance to be a TNA Impact 2?
You know, TNA isn't going to go anywhere for the next year or so, and I don't think Midway is going to go anywhere for the next year or so, so why not?
For the next year or so? Why not? For the next
Get
year
back
or so?
to us in 12 months.
Giving them 12 months.
No, I don't know. Like, I think that they should. I think that they should make a sequel because I think it would probably be a better game. They created a decent launching off point.
Very good.
That's all you have to say about that.
Yeah.
Read the review if you want to know more. It's okay.
It's okay.
I think that game's okay. Another question for you from Toby from Ohio. Toby says, I own a PS3. The last good wrestling game I played was Def Jam. Some people don't count Fight for New York as a wrestling game. They are wrong and dumb, and Fight for New York is the best wrestling game. But I don't own it anymore, and I feel like I need a new good wrestling. Any ideas?
For PS3, a wrestling game.
Yeah.
Wait till SmackDown comes out. I don't know. Maybe that'll be good.
But he's coming from a position of liking Fight for New York, which I feel is a much different wrestling
that's
experience.
hockey style. I'd say give TNA a try because the thing that the TNA guys have been saying all along is that they were inspired by the Aki wrestling engine. I don't see it when I play the game, but it's definitely like a faster moving, action-y kind of wrestling game that you might like. But Method Man's not in it, so forget it.
So I don't like it.
TNA security to remove the guns and get final resolution back on track. Can't wait for Cornette to come back out here. Will the lights go out?